All right, we got the gear oil draining, so that way when I pull the lower end apart later, I can, because I want to see if I can pull this apart to get this prop shaft out and do it. I might take them off too, because I'm going to replace them. Might try to get them while the engine's still mounted up. See if I can go find a good Phillips and get them out real quick. So I want to try to fix up this lower end if I can. So the next thing I'm going to do is go ahead and pull this top off. So we got a bolt there. Should have a bolt there, but it's missing. We got a bolt there. Should have one there, but it's missing. One there. And should be one, looks like there, but it's missing. So we're gonna see if we can get this side piece off. So that way I can get to the shift rod. And by doing that, I can also clean out all the stuff up here maybe. So we're gonna see what we can do. All right guys, we got the side piece off. We can now get to the shift rod, which would be there. But as you guys can see, it looks like it's missing the shift linkage. So maybe that's why it's not shifting in the gear, because it's missing the bolt for it. Sorry guys, I'm just trying to grab the shift rod here. So, because see there, that moved up and it's not in there. So actually it looks like I really needed to pull off the other side. So we'll go ahead and just pull that side off too, and then I can clean everything out. So there we go, we got everything out. I can go ahead and clean off that now so we can look at it better. Did notice before I really run it, I should order them and replace them little boots that connect up to this thing for exhaust and water, just to make sure it doesn't have an issue. But we can go ahead and get this all cleaned up now and make sure there's no other issues. I got to do something with that, but at least now I can get all the dirt that's out of the cowling and look for missing hardware. For example, the bolts for the shift rod, because they're non-existent. But that would explain why it doesn't want to shift in there. So now I can actually see if it does shift. So I might just have to put a prop shaft in it. Take it apart and put some seals in it, prop shaft, put it back together. So we'll have to see on that one. Little rubber thing isn't there. I don't know if it's still in the... Yeah, so we're gonna have to order one of them, the rubber thing that goes in there, because we're missing this one that goes there. So we'll have to order that one. We have these two, so that's good. So I'll have to order one. So, but now we can at least clean this all off, get all the dirt and debris out of here before putting it all back together. So, but we can look it over and see. What I might do is grab something like this guy, and I can shove it in that a hole for shifting. Okay, and let's see if we actually have gears in my lower end. Oh, it feels like we might. Yeah. So it seems like we have gears. Let me set this down here, so that way I can neutral, locked up, neutral, locked up. So seems like we do have gears, we just have a bent prop shaft. So that's a good thing. So it looks like I don't have to buy a gear set. So if I can get it apart, maybe just put a prop shaft in it. So let me go get a screwdriver, see if I can get these off because I want to replace them. All right, guys, we're going to start pulling the lower end now. I do have the shift rod disconnected because there's no bolt in it. So it is disconnected. So we'll have to pull the top back off later. I just put it back on so if it starts raining, because it's getting darker and darker, I can throw my cowl back on and keep my engine dry. So I pulled these vents out here because I want to get new ones because they're plastic and they're cracked up. So I'm gonna get new ones of them. They're a couple bucks, they're like 10 bucks. So to do this, you have to disconnect shift rod, then you have to take this bolt, this bolt, this bolt, that middle bolt you can leave. I don't know, I might have to take that bolt off too. Not sure, we'll figure it out. So now you gotta take these off on the sides here. And I think that's about it from looking. So we're gonna go ahead and start pulling the bolts out and see what happens. Okay guys, so I had to remove that bolt, that bolt, that bolt, that bolt, and this bolt. I'm loosening that one and it's coming down. This one and this one. So I'm gonna go ahead and tilt the engine up some more just to make it easier to slide it out. All right guys, we're ready to go ahead and pull this. I'm just doing this in regular video, not time-lapsed. If you have the shift rod and everything disconnected, it should be able to pull it out pretty much. It's like the only bolt holding me right now is that one. There's been water, I don't want water in my room. We'll just let the water drip down on the ground. I think in this case it might be RV antifreeze, but that's okay. That bolts out. Now you should just be able to pretty much pull this down, I think. And there we go. One lower unit out. So that's how you pull your lower end, guys. So you do have to take these off to get to the bolt that's up there, but I took the bolt out and did it with that. So I'm gonna go ahead and tilt it back down, put the cowling on, and we're good to go.